Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. You may have seen my last video, which was the Casio MTD-1079. Now, as I said at the end of that video, we are also going to clean up the bracelet on this watch. Then maybe in a later video I'll do the crystal on it. So we have this bracelet today. Now you can just replace a bracelet, but this method is cheaper and you get to keep the original bracelet, which adds a lot for aesthetics, I believe. Now this bracelet is quite heavily scratched. We are going to have a few different processes to get us to a nice finish. I'll walk you through all of them and we'll finish with polishing the bracelet up. Let's get started. So, what we have to do this with, we are firstly going to have to take the bracelet apart. So I have my push pin tool for that, well, my spring bar tool. To start the cleaning process, we have some male on abrasive pads. So we have the grey one here and the red one. For those looking to buy these, they are quite cheap. You want to get the fine and ultra fine. Grey is ultra fine, red is fine. If you're using a different brand, that's fine, but just make sure that you're picking up their version of fine and ultra fine to do this with. Let's get into taking this apart. I just want to clip out the clasp. Parts just came flying out of that. Ooh, that's going to be fun to find later. That's that side off. I'm going to do exactly the same with this one. Just pulling it out. Remember to keep all the parts safe for reassembly later on. I'm going to have to replace that one because it's getting apart. Hit me right in the bloody face, that. Right, let's not dwell. Let's just move on. So I will start with the clasp. Now, as you can see, this has like a brushed finish on the outer sides of the links and a polished finish on the inner side. So we're going to get this brushed type of look all across, and then I'll show you how to get that polished look after on. I'll show you the clasp as it is now. You can see all those horrible scratches. That'll be a thing of the past in a minute. Just cut myself some very fine. I'll just show you how to do this. So it's very simple. You just want to do this in one direction. Nice, steady. Apply pressure as much as you possibly can. More pressure that you apply, the easier the scratches will come out. You just want to do this until all the scratches are off your clasp. You want to do this in one motion, otherwise it kind of comes out a bit crappy. You want a nice brushed effect across the entire clasp. I'm just going to give that a little wipe, see where we're at. As you can see, there's already an improvement in there. Long way to go, but definitely an improvement there. I'm just going to turn it around so I can get some better angles on it. But exactly the same motion, exactly the same direction. Depending on how heavily scratched the item is, it can take different time periods to get this done. This one is quite beaten up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off now and pop back on when it's all sorted. So I just finished that one up. As you can see, a lot of the scratches are gone now. It doesn't have the best finish just yet, but that is when the ultra fine pad comes in. So let's move on to that. So this is the ultra fine pad, the grey version. Exactly the same instructions as the first pad. You just want to move in that one direction, straight up. Gives a lovely brush finish to it. Even if you wanted to change the look on one of your watches, this is the perfect way to do it. Now, if you've done the red one correctly, this one shouldn't take as much time, because you are just buffering out the small marks that the red one couldn't get to. Now I'm going to keep on going with this, again, off the camera, just to try and get it as nice as I possibly can. So I've just finished the clasp, and as you can see, most of those scratches are out now, and we do have a nice little brushed look and finish on here. There are some scratches left, very minute. If you really wanted to go deep on this, you could use a bit of sandpaper and get them out that way before going over it with the Scotch-Brite pads once again. So let's move on to the bracelet. Now the bracelet is just as badly dinged up as you can see. The thing about this is that the centre is a high polish and the outsides are brushed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the entire thing brushed, and then I am going to polish it up at the end of the video. So I'll just start again with the same process. Red Scotch-Brite, straight across in one motion. Just like that. As you can see, it is giving the same finish to the entire bracelet. We'll fix that later on. Just for now, just keep going across like that. And you just want to do it until the scratches are not really visible anymore. So as you can see, now a lot of the scratches are out of that. You just want to clean it up as you're going. Keep checking it. Do another layer. I'm just going to do this side quickly. Same red Scotch-Brite pad. Straight over that. You'll notice the polished finish will be gone pretty quickly. And after that you'll get some nice brushed finish on it. Try and work as many of the scratches out as you possibly can. As much pressure as you can apply. That is safe to do so with the bracelet. So I'm just going to go over these with grey pad. Grey one is just to buffer them up a little bit, and the red one's done most of the work with these by the looks of it. Come out quite nice actually. That's pretty much them done. The next part is a little bit different, so I'll just explain to you. So guys, this next section needs a different tool set, so I've stopped the video and started again. You may notice that my t-shirt's a bit different. I've had a couple of days break in between too. So we are going to need 5 more items to complete the polishing of the bracelet. First of all, you're going to need a polishing disc. You're going to need some blue jewellery compound, some white jewellery compound, some masking tape, and a rotary tool. So this is my rotary tool. It's quite a cheap one, called a Wolf Crafter. Got it from eBay. For what I do with them, it does the job. I don't see the need for anything more expensive. So this is the last part that you're going to need. Now, let's get it all set up. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tape up the edges of the bracelet. You want to get as close as you possibly can, just so you're kind of protecting the brushed finish that you've got on the outside. So as you can see, I am just taping up to the very edge. Usually I don't have much problem with going through the masking tape, so I think it's enough protection. You can always go back and fix errors. Obviously you want to do it first time because it's annoying having to fix your mistakes over and over. So this is probably the best method, for me anyway. For all I know, this is the worst method you can possibly use, but it works for me. Just try and push it in as much as you can so it's all nice and precise. And I think that'll do. So we can get started with the polishing now. I've just attached the felt wheel to the little screw attachment that you get with them. Popped it into the rotary tool. I'm just going to try and get a good angle here because I'm actually left-handed and my camera's blocking my view. So you want to take the polishing compound out. Just switch this rotary tool on. Just turn that off while I'm explaining. Switch the rotary tool on, get a little bit of compound onto the wheel, and then just go ahead and polish the surface area. As you can see, it's already giving a nice polished effect. Just trying to stay within the lines of the bracelet so I don't take any of the other finish away. I've missed a couple of pieces there. I'm going to go back in, go over this once, twice more, and then I think it'll be time for the white polish. I'll do these once or twice off the camera and then show you the results. Right, so as I hope you can see, I've gone over a couple more times. There is still dirt on it from when I've been buffering it. That's something that you can expect. It will go a bit black. That's from the friction, but that'll just rub out with a microfiber cloth. Very easy to remove. So that's the blue compound all done, and we are now going to move on to the white compound. and get that all polished up. Then we'll move on to the final piece and put it all back together. Show you how it looks afterwards. Now you get a lot of these compounds. These are just the ones that I've been told to use for this type of process. I don't know if I'm completely wrong here or whatever, but it kind of works for me, so I just stuck with it. So once again, I'm just going to bring my rotary tool in. I've swapped to a bigger pad just so I can get a bit more leverage around the camera. I'm just going to fill this with a compound again and then go back at the bracelet. Just go over that once and show you the result. As you can see, it's a much higher type of polish. Now again, I am going to go over this once or twice more just to give it a good overall finish, but the results are pretty instant. You can just like kind of solidify them a bit. So I'm going to do that off camera and I'll show you the results after. So I've just finished that one up. As you can see, that is super high polish and I think that's come out quite well. I'm going to clean it up a little bit and then I'll move on to the next piece, but I am quite happy with the results of that, especially when you consider where we've come from. Let's get the tape off here and see what it looks like. Now I used a phrase at the beginning of this video that I kind of regretted, saying I'm going to make it look like new, but I'm very happy with that result. That's brilliant actually. I couldn't be more pleased with it. So we move on to this piece now. Just get a little comparison in there for you though, where we've come from and where we are now. Such an easy process too. I mean, you can do it at home and make your watches look like absolute brand new, or as close to as you possibly can really. So now we're on to the second part of the bracelet. I'm just going to get this all taped up very quickly and get this one done quicker than the last one, just because I think you understand the process now. All taped up and ready to go. So again, we're going to go blue, white, a couple of layers, and we're pretty much done. So I'm going to try and speed this up as quickly as I can. That's the blue all done. Let's swap over to the white. Clean that one up. Another tip is to always just look over it and check that you're happy with the result. Make sure you haven't missed any parts or anything like that. And I'm quite happy with that. So let's get it untaped. And again, the masking tape looks to have done its job quite well. Clean it up properly. It's also very hot at the moment with the amount of friction that the rotary tool creates. Two nicely matched bracelets just there. Nice high polish through the middle and brush steel on the outer edge. Nicely accent each other. And I'm quite happy with those finishes. So I'm going to get this watch all put back together and show you where we're at now. Now as you can see, we've got all the parts back here. So we've got the watch, the buckle, straps and spring bars. As you may remember, I did kind of, when I took one of the spring bars out, it flicked off and hit me in the face. So I've had to replace that one. But that's done. So I'm just going to start getting this all back together. I'm dead happy with that, to be fair. As you see, that's our Casio illuminator. Back to its former glory. So guys, I think that's pretty much it. So guys, that is the Casio MTD-1079, all polished and ready to go on wrist. I'm quite happy with that result. I hope you guys have learned something today, and if you have any more questions, please do ask. If you have any advice for me when I'm cleaning up later watches, please drop it in the comments because I can always improve. Thank you for watching this guys. I'll see you next time.